Hey friends, this is Wendy with Love and Stampin'. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. We are going to start with the Love Wins dies from Honeybee Stamps. This is their newest release. It is really cute. And I'll be honest, on first look, I was like, oh man, a casino theme. I wasn't too sure about it. But as I started playing with this, I kind of got like addicted. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all the cute things I'm making. So, it's one of those things. Sometimes when you see something initially, you might not be like, oh my gosh, yes, this is absolutely me. But then you start having ideas and thinking about like all the different people you could give it to or different things like that. So we're going to talk a little bit about this as I share about the card too. So here, I've die cut everything in pink, red, and black, and then a little bit of gray. So here I'm using a gray and then layering on with red, and that makes my little buttons for my machine. And then I use yellow on this slot machine to highlight the area that's supposed to look kind of like it's lit up was my idea in my head. I thought, if I use yellow, it kind of looks like it's lit up in the background. So here I'm layering the red onto the yellow, and then I'm going to put it on top of this machine here. There's a little die cut that looks like lights, and I struggled just a little bit figuring out what to use, but I ended up die cutting this little white piece that's intended to go there, and it's embossed. But then when you layer the words and the lights over it, it's not a big deal. Like you can't even tell that it's embossed. There are literally lines on the base die cut to guide you where to put everything. It's just hard to see on the video because I die cut the base in black, but there are lines. That's how I'm being able to line everything up so well. Here I added I hit the at the top, and I didn't like the way I put it, so I ended up pulling it off and fixing it, and I left that in the video so you could see how I fix it. Okay, next thing to say about this. Let's talk about like how I'm going to use these cards. So this card here, obviously, I feel like I would use to give to my husband. So I'm thinking I'm going to use one of these. I'm making two cards today and showing you a third. And both cards I think I'll use to give to my husband. One on Valentine's Day and one on his birthday. Now, Valentine's Day, FYI, we're not a big Valentine's Day family. Like, I don't do a big celebration. We don't go over the top with anything. In fact, when I first started dating my husband, I told him I do not celebrate Valentine's Day. Please don't get me anything or do anything. And he thought that this was like, a test of some sort. He was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm sure. I promise. Like, please don't." And the reason for that is because I had a boyfriend for a few years that was really good to me only on special days. So like my birthday, Valentine's Day, that kind of stuff. And the rest of the time he was kind of a punk. So I just got really jaded about like a special day being the day that somebody treats you well. Because I think that if you're in a loving relationship, you should be treated well every day. And so I definitely got that with my husband. I definitely hit the jackpot with him. He's a really good man. He works really hard for our family, and he has one of the kindest hearts of anybody I know. He doesn't really show that. You wouldn't know that unless you know him really well, but he's a big softie. And when I say a big softie, I mean big. My husband is 6'5", so he is a big dude, and he is just a big mush ball. So I used the 3D embossing folder to emboss this white cardstock with the little cards, which I think is so cute. And then this twine is available on the Honeybee website. FYI, Honeybee sells all kinds of products. They don't just sell their own stuff. So if you're looking for like twines and cardstocks and tools and stuff like that, you can get them on the Honeybee site, FYI. I don't think a lot of people know that, but they are kind of a one-stop shop. So this is the first card, and I actually shared this card on an Instagram hop last week with Honeybee. This card is not been seen yet, and this one I think might be my favorite. I can't decide. I don't know. Both the cards are really cute. And then the third card I'm going to show you, we'll talk about in a minute. These are the freebies for Honeybee. So Honeybee does this thing where if you spend $100, you get a free gift. And this was the freebie. So I did not, FYI, I should preface this with saying, you notice that this says paid promotion. I am a Honeybee design team member, so I do get these items given to me to design with. So, I just always want to make that clear. Like, there's no big secret, you know? And so here I die cut all of my little card bases in pink, and then I layered them in white. And then I'm going to make the king card for each. I don't know what you call it. Do you call it a set? Like, I'm doing the king of clubs, king of hearts, king of diamonds, and king of spades. So I'm putting them on here. I did 2 black, 2 red, because I have to, have that to make everything work. And then this is the little layer piece that I'm adding for the card. And then we are going to organize these on the card base, which is one of those little pieces of paper from the freebie. So I love this little piece of paper from the freebie because it looks like the back of a playing card. And so I'm going to organize all of these cards on top of there, glue them down, and then we're going to stamp the sentiment, pop it up, and add a few other little elements and add this to a card base, and it'll be done. So here's what I want to say about all of this. These are so simple because Honeybee provides the layering guide for you. So all you have to do is go to their website and print off the little layering guide, which it's super simple to do. It's right where the product is. And it tells you exactly how to layer everything. So if you have a die cut machine and you have solid cardstock, getting layering dies is a really fantastic way for you to make a lot of cards, because you could make this stuff in any color. So all of that was just to say the layering dies are a lot of fun and they work great, and they're a great tool to have in your arsenal. So also, before we get too much further, I just wanted to say there is a link below the video. If you want to shop any of the supplies I used today, you can grab those at that link. Okay, so here I'm just adding it to the card base, and then this card will be finished. And then I'm going to show you a third card. Now, the third card that I created, I'm actually going to give to a friend of mine. Probably, most likely. I made the card during our Creative Vault live. If you're not part of the Creative Vault, there is a link below the video. You can do a 21-day free trial if you're interested. And then this was the one that I made for, it's kind of blurry, that I made for my friend. So it's a roulette wheel and a drink, and it says lucky to have you. And then I thought it would be cute to put like a lottery ticket in it, like a scratcher, and just a little note, like a Valentine's, like lucky to have you as a friend type thing. And that's my 3 cards for today. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. If you want to shop with me, you can shop below at the link for all the supplies. The link says supply list. And that's it. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.